So what we're about to begin is actually the measurements of Christina. And one of the things here is I am actually going to be her witness because it's important for somebody else other than just Peter to see what the differences are in Christina's physical body. And it's actually going to be marked down, and that way after the divine straightening occurs, then the corrections that have taken place will be marked on this sheet as well. There's a signature both from Christina, the person receiving it, and also from me as the witness. And Peter will let me know what the differences are in the body, which I will mark on here. So we'll begin that. Thank you, Peter.
You're welcome. So first we take a look at her general posture, and we can see that she's kind of leaning a little bit towards the right.
Okay.
Or that her hip is kind of sticking out a little bit to the left.
Mm-hmm.
And also we can see that her head is a little bit tipped to the left. That may be just a visual effect due to the shoulder. So the first thing I'm going to check is the position of her shoulder blades.
Okay. Right.
So I go along her shoulder blade to the tip of the shoulder blade, which is right there. Do you feel my finger beneath your shoulder blade?
Yes, I do.
So I do the same thing here. Do you feel my finger beneath your shoulder blade?
Yes. I can see the difference even from the side here.
So the difference is about 1.5 centimeter. I know this because when I look at it and I imagine a level line, it's about the width of one of my fingers, and they're about 1.5 centimeters.
Mm-hmm. Yep, right, low.
Okay. So the next thing I'm going to check is what her spine looks like. For this, I'm going to touch down her spine, vertebrae by vertebrae, and see whether there is some kind of a curvature in the spine. So I search for her medulla, that's this little ditch in the skull, and actually the spine should go straight from the medulla down to the sacrum. So now I start looking for the vertebrae that I can feel, and actually it's a little bit off to the right. Mm-hmm. So she kind of starts off a little bit to the right. Do you feel my finger on your spine?
Mm-hmm, I do.
Do you feel that there's the medulla?
Yes.
Do you feel that I have to go to the right to get on your spine?
Yes.
Okay, so now I go down, and already here she's back to the center.
All right.
And she stays centered. And here she goes a little left. There is center. There is center. If you look at it, you feel this finger on your spine?
I do.
Do you feel this finger on your spine?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So you see it's already going out. And it's not coming back to here.
Oh, wow.
So we have a fairly long curvature in this section. And here it actually goes over to the right again.
All right.
There's center, and here she is right. Do you feel my finger on your vertebrae?
I do.
Do you feel it right there as well?
Yes.
Do you feel it right there?
Yes.
Okay, so here we have a right curvature.
Okay.
And actually I cannot touch it down here anymore.
Okay.
But I would assume it's coming back down here.
They're coming back to center.
Yeah, so she starts out right, comes to the center, has a fairly long left curvature, and down here she has a right curvature.
Okay.
Okay?
All right. So would you say it looked like that?
Kind of, yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Got it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right.
So now we look at her hips.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel this hand on your hip bone?
I do.
Do you feel this hand on your hip bone?
I do.
Okay, so you see that here we have a difference of a little more than an inch. How do I know? This is about an inch, and when I look at this, it's more than that.
So in
it's slightly more than
centimeters, is
in
that
centimeters.
2.5?
An inch is 2.5 centimeters.
And you said it's more than
it's a little more. I
So
would say it's like
2.8?
2.8. Yeah,
Okay.
roughly.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the right shoulder was definitely lower, and the hip even drops more than that. Almost double the difference between shoulder
Yes.
and hip.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Okay.
and we can see it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, I would like you to get on the massage table.
And I'm gonna move it down here.
And bring your feet down here. And first, I want you to sit upright. Stretch your legs.
There you
Stretch
go.
your legs. And put your hands on your knees. And make sure your knees are down. So your legs are stretched.
And I can come in and help here.
So now we're measuring the feet. And like the first thing we look at is the ankle bones. So when we look at the ankle bones, we can already see here quite of a difference.
Yes.
Yes. Another thing that we can check is we can look at the knees. So I take a ruler and I get behind the knees.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Is that
So
a
do you feel the
diagonal?
ruler behind each of your knees? And you see that also here we have a difference in leg length.
Yes.
Okay. So, but what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put marks on her feet, and the criteria where to put the mark is where we have the change from the darker skin or where we have the calluses to the fair skin, because that's the same on every foot.
All right.
Yeah. I can also put like right there a little mark, and can put one right there. So one would be right here.
And you don't wash off the markings. They have to fade out naturally.
And then I bend the feet back to bring the heels
Hold
out.
Your hands on
For
the
this, the
knees.
the legs must be stretched, knees must be down. And then I bring them together, and you see
Oh my,
that
yeah.
we have approximately 1.5 centimeter down here.
The right is
approximately.
shorter by 1.5.
And the right is shorter, and it also
Okay.
shows on her ankle bones.
Oh, yeah, it does.
So
Yeah.
now I do a second mark here, and I put an S there for sitting, as we are also going to measure her when she's laying down, because there might be a difference.
And when it's laying down, it has to do with a pelvic tilt. Is that
Yes.
correct? Okay.
So we take this again, and Beth, you may take a picture of this, so we have a documentary
absolutely.
for the client later on.
Okay. One.
You feel that your feet are bent back all the way? Okay.
Got it.
Okay, what we can do now is just to make clear that this is her, so far, natural way, is we can try to push this back.
Oops, and the table's moving.
And the table is moving.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can try to push this leg back, but it makes her hip shift.
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
That's true.
I can also try to pull this leg, but it also
Oh.
has a hip shift. So when she
That's
goes
true.
back into her natural position, we're back to this.
Okay.
Yes?
Yes, that's true.
Okay, I want you to lay down now. So what we look now is how she's laying on the table.
Okay.
So she's not quite straight. Okay. How does this feel to you?
It feels okay.
Okay. So now we look again, and we see it's still the same.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Exactly the
So
same.
I put an L there now. This is for laying down, and you can take another picture.
Yes. I know which button to press too. This is laying down.
And your legs are stretched. They are stretched. Knees are down, right? Okay. So, and you see, to do something for the soul does not require any physical manipulation. So all I do is I align her soul with the source. And here's what we got.
Yay! I just love this part. It's always so exciting.
And as you can see, when I bring her ankle bones together, they match now. And as this was the shorter leg, when I tried to push this back, you see it won't work. And this was the longer leg. If I tried to pull it, it won't work. This is the truth now. And it shows that there is an intelligence that is there for us at all times.
And for everyone.
And for everyone.
Yes.
And that we are only healed by that intelligence. This healing may come through another person, like a medical doctor or a naturopath or someone like me, as in every one of us, we have this intelligence to be present. I would like you to sit up. Oh, first we're going to check her knees.
Oh, yes, yes.
You feel this behind your knees?
I do. Oh.
And can you sit up for a moment? Okay. And even when we look now as she is sitting, we see that it matches. Knees down. You feel that it's behind your knees.
I do.
Right. Okay.
Now, Peter, this is the time where you actually put cards
Yes.
on people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I will do that.
Yeah.
So I want you to lay down again. And I would like you to hold this card and look at this image. So I want you to take a look at your I am presence, as this I am presence presents you, who you really are and how you're connected with the source. And that the source is always and has always been a part of you. And when you feel that the information that you're retrieving by looking at this card, at this image, has become a part of all parts of your being, physical and non-physical. When you feel completely saturated, I want you to put that card on your heart with both of your hands on it. One hand represents your mother and one hand represents your father. To integrate these two people that you have come through into this life completely in your heart. And with them, your whole ancestry, all the way back to the Creator Source. And while you do this, I want you to close your eyes and imagine a golden white light that surrounds you like an eggshell. And you breathe in this light. Breathe it in until you become this light. Until you see yourself radiating this light out into the world. And when you feel that you have become this light, you connect with the emotion that it creates. and hold that for as long as you wish before you open your eyes again and return into this reality. And once you desire to get up, you just let us know.
Okay.
Okay. So I want to get up. Okay. How do you feel?
Peace.
Where do you sense that in your physical?
Here.
What kind of a feeling is that?
It's quiet. It's quiet and peaceful.
Okay. When you're ready to be remeasured,
Okay.
you just get off the table. So we do the same positions than before for the measurements, so you can actually see it. So I'll go down shoulder blades again. Do you feel my finger below your shoulder blade?
Yes.
Do you feel it there below the shoulder blade?
Yes.
Okay. So what would you say? Does it feel for you kind of even?
It
And
feels
Beth,
even.
what do you observe as her witness?
As her witness, it's looking pretty even. It looks like it's even still shifting.
Okay, please come down to my level and take a
Yes.
look at it.
Oh, down here it's always different. It looks even.
So
I
perhaps
just
you
want to
put the
pull this.
ruler on.
Yes, I will. Another way of the camera. Yeah. Before there was a gap like that.
Oh, it was
Or
like
the
this.
other way, yeah.
Yeah, it was like this.
Yeah.
So okay, so let's take a look here.
Back up. Yeah, that's even. And that had a gigantic difference. Yeah.
Okay. Do you feel my finger in your little, in the medulla?
I do.
Do you feel my finger on your spine?
I do.
So,
Mm-hmm.
do you feel that I have to go to any side, left or right, to touch your spine now?
No.
Okay. Did you feel that my fingers were always on your spine?
Mm-hmm. Straight. Yes.
That's good.
Okay. So you got all that?
What I've done here is I've put my name because I'm actually her witness. And on this side, I'm actually putting the results after having the divine alignment and straightening, or divine straightening from here. And as you can see, this is 1.5 centimeters off. It was even here. The hips were 2.8 centimeters off before, and now at 0. The feet are even, as well as the spine. And so that's why I'm marking that in the way that I have. So you can see before and after. Here we had the curvatures, double curvatures within her spine, as well as the difference within the shoulder and the hip is now even, straight, and there's no differences between hip and shoulder.
Yeah.
So, and you were just saying that you had
Well,
since a child,
I was
or
not surprised about the things being off when we started, because
Yes.
I've had a double scoliosis my whole life,
Oh my gosh.
and since I was
Okay.
8, there was a difference in length and in legs, and so you know, I was skeptical. I was like, let's see, you know, if it evens out, and it did. So that's good.
And how do you feel on the inside?
I feel good. Feel peaceful.
Good. Tell the camera.
Feel peaceful. Definitely.
Good. Well, thank you for being our wonderful, beautiful demo model.
Well, thank you for letting me.
You're so welcome. And have a beautiful day.
Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye.